All right, everybody, we are going to get into our below average, above average moments of the week. Caleb, go ahead and kick us off with your above and below average moments.
Yeah, so like obviously we played on Saturday. We played out at Fall Creek in Pendleton, Indiana. I had never played that course before. Owen has. He introduced me to it. I've heard a lot about it through other friends. It's a very interesting course location wise.
Why is that?
Just the state penitentiary is right next to it with the 30-foot wall that's 20 feet away from you on the fifth tee box. But, nothing happened there. So we were fine. But yeah, playing out there, my above average moment of the week is going to be not 3-putting on a new course. I was pretty proud of that. I looked back through, had, multiple 1-putts, a couple birdies. So I was pretty proud of myself there. But the below average is going to be from the same round. Let's see. I birdied the first, bogeyed the second, birdied the third, and then parred fourth and fifth. So I'm sitting at 1 under through 5, ready to just attack. And in true Caleb fashion, I went 4 over in the next 4 holes. So not too proud of that. So I'm going to call that my below average moment of the week, going 1 under through 5, 4 over through 4.
Yeah, it was early on feeling like Caleb might be out there for the course record. And then there's just those couple holes, and I was like, oh no, like I just didn't say anything on the course, but I was like, no, Caleb, no, like I thought we were gonna get your scorecard in the pro shop today, but unfortunately not. But it was a good round. Shout out to Fall Creek, outside of, being next to the penitentiary, but it was in pretty good shape. Probably best shape that I played it in. It's a really affordable course, which is nice. Really, I would say for below average golfers in Indiana, great course to go play, because I mean, we played from the tips, but if you play the white tees, there's a par 5 that's 370 yards. So that's about all you need to know. It's a pretty shorter course, at least on the front 9. And you can get some low scores out there. But yeah, I thought Caleb was going for the course record out there. Unfortunately not.
So did I until hole 6.
That's okay. Below average golfers. Okay. I have about, this is like the first time in a while that I felt good about my below average and above average golf moments. Because I've either not had one or I've hit a hole in one. So like, there's a wide range of what's going on here. I'll start off with below average. So
no, start with your above, because
okay,
below average is better.
Okay, fine. Above average golf moment of the week. I was playing out at Purgatory. We've talked about it numerous times here on the podcast. Before I get to the actual moment itself, shout out to my grandpa. He came up to visit over the weekend for my dad's 50th birthday, which shout out to him as well.
Happy birthday, Andy.
Yes, and so with that, he and I went and played Purgatory on Friday, and he played from the white tees with me, which is awesome. Like the fact that he got out there, kept good pace of play, shot, like he plays in a golf league, and he's usually shooting 80s and 90s. And he was playing back, and from the white tees, like it's not easy out there. And he shot 105, which from the white tees, being 75 years old, like
not bad.
Awesome, not bad at all.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it was great to play with him. I don't get to play with him often, with him being out of town. So good time spent there. But anyways, we are on the 18th. We've talked about this hole before. This is where Caleb nearly broke his back, and Evan nearly broke his back in club golf a few years ago. It has the split fairways. You got to carry it at least 270 to get over the bunkers. And it's a shorter par 5, but overall, it's still a difficult hole, and sometimes you just gotta play smarter. But I went for it. I drove it. And based on both my grandpa's Garmin and based on 18 birdies, I had a 335-yard drive. Now,
Let's
what
go.
did it hit? What did it hit? How did it bounce? I do not know.
Well, you know, it didn't hit a cart path.
It did not hit a cart path on that one. But it was a huge drive to start out with, and then it's pretty dry in Indiana right now. We didn't get rain until this past weekend. So you know, it probably hit some hard ground or whatever, but either way, I had a 90-yard shot in to on a par 5 on my second shot. I when I have amazing first shots, I always find a way to mess up my second and third shot. I didn't mess up my second shot. And then I'm like, okay, I have 12 feet for birdie or for eagle. I've never had an eagle before. Can I do it? And I did it. I got my first eagle. It was, I was already bragging. I texted Caleb and both our wives, Brittany and Amelia, and was bragging about how I just hit a bomb off the tee. And then next thing you know, like maybe 5 minutes later, I got an eagle, and it was just, it felt good. Hole in one, an eagle in 1 year. I guess I'm just coming for an albatross. Like that's just,
coming for the best,
coming for the best of the best. But anyways, so felt good to get the first eagle. And also just like, it was just if I played golf like that all the time, I mean, I would be on PGA Tour. but seriously, like in all seriousness, like that was probably the first hole all year where it was like my putting was good, my driving was good, and my approach shot was good. Like that
cleanest hole of the year.
Cleanest hole of the year rarely happens for me. Now, below average golf moment of the week.
The reason why you will not be on the tour.
The reason why I am not a 5-time PGA Tour winner yet is because Caleb and I were playing out at Arrowhead. You've heard about it multiple times now, and we were on 15th. It's a par 5. If you don't hit a good enough tee shot, the smart thing to do is to lay up to the corner, because it's about, it basically there's trees right there, right? If you don't get,
it's a 90-degree dog leg essentially.
Yes, 90-degree
dog leg, and it's like 350 to end the fairway.
So if you're left of the fairway or on the left side of the fairway, the smart thing to do is to lay up. Now, what's the name of this podcast? Below average golf. Okay, golfers. So instead of playing the smart shot and just laying up, I decide, you know what? I can put one through the trees. I can either get it high enough to get onto the green, because if you hit the right shot on there, if you're further right on the fairway, you can get over the trees. And I've done it before. It's about 150-yard shot in, but you're having to go over the trees or avoid them. Well, I wasn't in that position, and I did not want to lay up. So I decide to hit a pitching wedge. I hit the ball. It hits a tree. And not only does it just hit the tree, I almost killed Caleb. It hits the tree.
And Gary Bear was not too far away either.
And Gary was not too far away either. And Caleb has to do like this dramatic jump away from the ball because it hits like under the cart, and he's right by the cart. And I almost killed Caleb. And it was not my proudest moment. And then I proceed to hit 2 or 3 more trees after that shot.
You hit the exact same shot 3 times, 3 different trees.
3 different trees, same shot. I did not get any smarter.
Square in the middle of the tree. I cannot stress enough how hard that thump was that you just squared up that tree. I thought the tree was coming down.
It did. It almost came down, but not quite. But then I mean, it was, it was already an embarrassing shot, and then to almost kill my co-host is just like icing on the cake. So so that's my below average golf moment of the week. Sometimes I look like I'm going to be on tour, and sometimes I look like I belong back at the range, still trying to figure out how to swing a club. So
Been there.
Everybody, be smart. Play up
Don't kill your
sometimes.
playing partner.
And don't kill your playing partners. So yeah. So well, that wraps up today's episode. Want to thank everybody for listening in. We will link all of the social media pages below. Want to give a special shout out to Michael Verska for spending some time with us today. It was a great conversation. We'll be looking to get him back on the podcast sometime in the future. And Caleb, any last words from you?
Yep. Just remember, everyone, even if you're a below average golfer, make sure you have above Callaway, above average fun, everybody. Thank you, guys.